Temperament. Those members who have practiced in court, I don't like a bully judge, and I know it when I see it. I don't mind being pressed. I don't mind being challenged. I don't mind being interrupted. I just don't want to be belittled in front of my clients for no good reason. There were some things said about Judge Sotomayor, anonymous comments from lawyers who were asked by the Federal Almanac how you rate the temperament of people on the Second Circuit, and Judge Sotomayor had some things said that were quite frankly disturbing. But I looked at the other part of the record, the people who had served with her as a prosecutor, the defense attorneys who wrote on behalf, people who served with her on the court, and I found on balance that her temperament does not disqualify her. And quite frankly, I found somebody that a lot of people from different backgrounds admire. Ken Starr, one of the strongest conservatives in the country, found her to be a qualified person who would do a good job. Louis Freeh, the former director of the FBI, someone who came and vouched for her character and her qualities as a person. So when I look at the record, the anonymous comments by lawyers who were asked by Federal Legal Service did not win the day, nor should they have. Now, I don't know what's ahead for this country when it comes to picking Supreme Court judges. I don't know what openings may occur and when they will occur. I know this, that elections have to matter, that I don't want to invalidate elections by disagreeing with someone who I ran against or opposed politically. Because when the election is over, everything has to change to some extent. I'm not bound to agree with every pick of President Obama, but when it comes to trying to show some deference, I will. I will try to do better for him than he was able to do for President Bush. I don't want to turn over the confirmation of judges to special interest groups on the left or the right. And that's where we're headed if we don't watch. Special interest groups are important. They have their say. They have every right to have their say. But we can't make every Supreme Court vacancy a battle over our culture. I am trying to start over. I've only been here one term plus a few months. But since I've been here, I've been worried about where this country's going when it comes to judges. I happen to be here at a time when we're about to change the rules of the Senate in a way that they'd never been done in 200 years. I was new to the body, but I was understanding of the law and how our system works well enough to know that I did not want to be part of that. I hadn't been here long, but I understood what would happen to this country if we had changed the rules of the Senate, even though people felt frustrated and justified to do so. Now, as a member of the minority, I promise President Obama that I will look hard at his nominees. I will try to help him where I can, but I will not abandon the right to say no and to stop in an extraordinary circumstance a nominee that I think would be bad for the country and would dramatically change the power of a branch of the government, the Supreme Court, that is very important to every American. As to my colleagues who find a different decision on the Republican side, I can understand and appreciate why you did not feel comfortable giving your confirmation vote to Judge Sotomayor. But I'm trying to look beyond this moment, look to the future, and come up with a reason to support her that will create a different way of doing business that will help the judiciary, the Senate, and the country as a whole. Senator Sessions did an outstanding job. Senator Leahy did a very, very good job. People wanted to know more about her at the hearings, but she is limited, like every nominee, in terms of what she can say. And one last comment about Judge Sotomayor. She's 1 year older than I am. I grew up in the Deep South. I'm the first person in my family to go to college, and I lost my parents when I was in college and had a 13-year-old sister to raise. She grew up in the Bronx, came to this country from Puerto Rico. Her mother joined the Army. She lost her dad when she was very young. Her mother raised Judge Sotomayor and her brother under difficult circumstances. Her brother is a doctor. She has been able, Judge Sotomayor, to excel academically and reach the highest rung of America's legal system. And that, to me, is a hell of a story. Nobody in my family ever expected me to be a United States Senator, including myself. Only in America can these things happen. So I choose to vote for Judge Sotomayor, looking at her from the most optimistic perspective, understanding I could be wrong, but proud of the fact that my country is moving in the right direction when anybody and everybody can hit it out of the park. I would not have chosen her if I had made this choice as president, but I understand why President Obama did choose her, and I'm happy to vote for her. I yield back.